You already did this video, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hey, folks.
What was that one cold open where I made... Oh, I remember. Was that my guitar lesson?
Maybe.
No, it was my best of albums where I did the cold open where I brought in a fridge.
Yeah.
So that's like cold open. That's a good one. Hey guys, Lexstyle here.
And I'm Bat Tracy.
Punk Rock Blues.
The choosiest of the bluesiest.
I'm wearing a lot of blue. And in fact, I believe this is my most...
My boxers today were blue.
Really? This is my most colorful outfit I think I've ever worn.
Yeah.
If only I had my rainbow socks on. This is DVD 4K... 95. I was going to say 95. DVD, Blu-ray, 4K collection.
There's no 4K, so it's
95.
DVD/Blu-ray.
Blu-ray.
Well, technically it's Blu-ray/DVD.
Blu-ray/DVD, VHS.
Yes. No.
VHS. We're gonna hop right into it, I think.
Hop, hop, hop.
I have one thing.
Starring. Hop, hop, hop. Starring. Hop, hop, hop. Starring.
James Marsden.
And Russell Brand.
I have one quick movie/TV related thing before we start, because we haven't talked about it. It's been days since this news broke, and we haven't talked about it yet.
What?
The HBO Max Green Lantern show.
Yeah.
Is going to focus on Guy Gardner and I think
Alan
John Stewart. Alan
Scott. No, they're saving Hal Jordan,
Okay.
Jon Stewart, and Kyle Gardner to use for Kyle Rayner to use for the movies.
Okay. I am so disappointed by this.
Why?
I hate Guy Gardner.
You're the
so
only
much.
person in the world
I'm
that
not
doesn't
the
like Guy
only
Gardner
No,
as a character.
everyone. Everything I see on Facebook is people being like, "Oh,
He's
I
a good
Guy
character.
Gardner."
He's such a good character.
No, hate him. I was so disappointed. I was looking forward to this. I was looking forward to Tom Cruise not playing Hal Jordan, and now it's closer to him maybe playing Hal Jordan, because I was like, he would never do a show.
I want him to play Hal Jordan
don't want
because
Tom Cruise.
he's a 60-year-old man. He can play Hal Jordan one time. They can kill the character off, then do other Green Lanterns.
They could do like a Spectre
Stop
thing. They could
doing.
do a Parallax.
Stop doing Hal Jordan. That's all. We'll get.
They've only done it once. They only did one movie.
But everything they do is with him.
Wow.
All the reboots, every
Jon Stewart is pretty popular. The whole Bruce Timm show is Jon Stewart. I want more Alan Scott, which I know we're getting, but you gonna start us off?
Yes. Whoosha! We got a lot of TV shows in the DVD section. Oh, so I got this at Dollar Tree, and I thought it was going to be just like a silly, goofy animated thing.
Okay.
Then I watched the pilot. It was amazing. Like, one of the best animated things I've
Tell
ever
them,
seen.
you told me this already.
And then so it's Exo Squad. And so I looked it up, and like reviews of the time were like, this isn't just animated, this is something else. It's the best thing in the world. And I watched the first arc, Fall of the Human.
Okay.
First 5 episodes. This is amazing. I'm going to stick with this show. I'm going to finish season 1. I'm going to try and find season 2. It's very, very good. It was canceled on a cliffhanger. There's never been a movie or a finale. So
It's the animated My Name is Earl.
we need to rally up, Exo Squad fans.
Is anyone in this?
The voice casting's incredible too.
Is it? That's
The
what I
best
meant.
I've ever heard.
Oh, I thought you meant like the voice cast was good. Hey, so this is season 1, part 1 of Mad. I imagine this is a new Mad though.
It's from within the last like half decade.
Yeah.
Last decade.
2010 to a decade. It's got the Superman here.
It's from Cartoon Network.
Yeah, it's got. I remember.
Yeah, because there was episodes about like Avatar and stuff.
I remember when
So
this aired. Transformers. I got Spock. Optimus Prime is a grill. It says Transforming Grill, so there's probably a cooking
I watched
joke.
half of this season, or half of.
Did you? How was it?
It was actually pretty funny.
Okay.
It's a lot of like booger jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But there are some skits that are genuinely pretty funny.
Spy versus Spy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's you?
Man.
Avatar,
That's the one I
CSI
was
Carly, Transformers, Grown Wars,
Alright, I
22
gotta go get her.
Dalmatians. Okay. If this next one isn't the most just fucking badass cover I've ever seen on a DVD case, I don't know what is.
Also, this is a really weird one that we got.
Yeah.
I got it because there was not many copies left on Amazon, and it was pretty cheap, so I got it. And there was only like $1.99 shipping, so it's one rare one that wasn't available on Prime.
Yeah.
It's MTV Cribs The Rock Edition. There's only 2 DVD collections of MTV Cribs, The Rock or the Hip Hop Edition.
Oh.
I don't know any of the hip hop people really, so I was like, well,
am I
The
gonna get
Rock.
it? Didn't Vanilla Ice do it?
Maybe, but the list, they only have like 8 people.
I vividly remember.
Yeah, I remember
Vanilla
a lot
Ice.
of the people. And like Mark Hoppus's, this was a different host, so I guess he maybe did 2 episodes or something, because they didn't show his Simpsons collection, which he definitely showed in the 1 episode that I've seen of him.
Maybe he did a regular Cribs and then they did the Rock spin-off or whatever.
Unless they just shortened his episode, because the running time of this is only an hour.
Oh.
So, and normally I think Cribs was 20 or in a half-hour show. So, MTV, when are you gonna put out Next on DVD? I'll buy the complete series.
Next is coming back. It's a new show.
And I don't want that. I want the MTV's Next on DVD.
Have you heard Dad talk about Next?
Yes, all the time.
Every single time he brings
He's
it up.
asked everybody if they've watched it yet. He asked Ken.
Really?
Yeah, Ken stopped by the other day.
I know
He asked him.
He when he was telling, he's like, yeah, a new show started. I just got it taped. It aired last night called Next. And when they brought back Next, he goes, oh, Next was a show? I went, yeah, they brought back Next. He goes, oh, really? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, what is it? Because I
We're not getting into this.
I explained that. I was like, yo, people come on a bus. Hey, this is Parks and Rec season 1, the bad one. Because parks don't grow on trees.
It does not have a bad season. Why does everyone say that?
You're right. It does not have a bad season.
I always hate when people are like, "Oh, you should watch a show, but skip season 1." No one ever does that. No one's skipping the first episodes.
You're right. It doesn't have a bad season. It is too.
It does not.
Because season 7 is.
I like season 7.
It's not the best. I've been actually. I was watching this back a little bit.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. So we don't have Peacock yet.
We could get Peacock because it's free. I was thinking about signing up. Yeah, you just have to get ads.
Oh, okay.
But
maybe I'll sign up. I don't know. But yeah, I was watching. I wasn't really watching. I've been watching a lot of clips on YouTube too.
That's all you do is watch clips on YouTube.
Your mom watches clips on YouTube.
Shut up.
Your mom wouldn't know how to find a clip on YouTube if she wanted to watch one.
Well, next up, I got this on clearance at Half Price Books.
Nice. Do we on season 1?
No.
Okay.
It's season 2 of Pawn Stars with Chumlee and Big Hoss.
Did you know that old man? I just read something.
He's dead, isn't he?
He's dead.
Yeah.
Apparently he didn't leave anything in his will to them, to any of them.
Nice. Not even Chumlee?
Chumlee hasn't been a part of that.
Imagine if he would have left his entire estate and everything, even his wife, to Chumlee.
How does that work?
Chumlee's like, I have a wife now?
How does that work with, like... Okay, his wife's been probably dead forever.
Corey, what am I going to do?
How did...
Your grandma's my wife.
What happens if someone's in jail and they get an estate and a will? Because that would be...
What do you mean? Like, they're in jail?
Like, if Chumlee's in jail and he, like, gets, like, they come through the glass... and I don't know if he's still in jail, but he was in jail. Like, he doesn't talk to them.
Didn't he rape someone or beat someone?
It was like they found...
Because they didn't get they didn't get him for the meth thing.
Oh, did they not?
No, they brought him back to the show and everything after. He was off the show maybe a year or 2.
Well, he had like the trunk full of coke and meth.
Yeah,
and then
I think he got off for that.
Maybe.
I think he beat someone.
Well, remember they had that one...
I don't want to like make false allegations, but I think we could look it up.
You know, I don't want to.
Do we care?
You know that one lady that they had on that was like the night shift? Like Chumlee got moved to the night shift and then he fell in love with that lady.
Yeah.
But then she was only on like 4 episodes because she started stealing from the show.
Yeah.
I really liked her. She was cool.
She was too.
Before she stole everything.
But. Hey, it's a cool crime.
It's a cool crime.
Cool crime.
She stole from a pawn shop that she worked at. That's
exactly.
That's probably why she got the job. I'd do it. I can't say that because if Rick ever hires
I found this on at St. Vinny's. It was surprisingly good. I bought it because it's... Can you tell what it is?
It's a movie.
Yeah, but it's a crossover of...
Oh, this is that crossover you were watching? I assume it's just Spy Quest. Is that what it's called? Or...
you don't
Johnny
know.
Quest.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Tom and Jerry Spy Quest the movie. I don't know any Johnny Quest.
Oh, you never even seen him though?
No, I wouldn't. If you showed me that kid, I assume it's Johnny Quest?
Yes.
No.
Oh.
No idea who he is.
Oh.
I did not know. Apparently, I don't know.
The Venture Bros?
Yeah.
Is based off of Johnny Quest.
Okay. Speaking of shows, you were a big Darkwing Duck fan, right?
I've seen it. I'm not a huge fan. It was a little bit before my time.
I don't know why I always think you're the biggest fan of it. DuckTales Darkwing Duck movie got announced today.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So it's a part of the new DuckTales series, so if you don't watch that, you don't know. But
I do not. As you can notice.
I think his theme song's great.
I've been watching too much Exo Squad.
I think his theme song is great. It's really a classic from an era that I was not alive for.
Speaking of
Darkwing Duck,
classic theme songs. Defenders of the Year. Out of the sky, rockets ignite.
And we're into Blu-rays now, right?
Jets into the...
I found out about this first. I told
You
you
did
about
not.
it. I showed you the trailer when it first came out. Hey, this is Becky with buff Kevin James and the daughter of Luke Wilson, Lulu Wilson. Yeah, but he's buff like me, and he's like buff me. He's not buff. He's buff like his personality's buff.
He's just a fat guy.
His personality.
Okay.
Joel McHale's also in it.
And Lulu Wilson. Did you say her?
I said, yeah, the famous daughter of Luke Wilson.
Is she?
No.
I genuinely am like...
Maybe. I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. She's blonde, so it would be Owens.
Yeah, well...
I think this is her first film, too. I think it's introducing Lulu Wilson.
Yeah, I don't know. This was a really good movie. I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. It's very violent.
She's from Ouija, Origin of Evil, Annabelle Creation, and The Haunting of Hill House. So she's typecast.
She's 15, or she just wants that's all she wants to do.
She was also cast in Doctor Strange, but her scene was cut for pacing purposes.
Huh. Okay, well,
do you remember
it's
the Millers?
So violent.
Yeah.
Like some of the most gruesome deaths I've ever seen. Very fun. Kevin James is probably the worst part of the movie. He's not terrible or anything. Just his performance is kind of lackluster. Also, not to spoil anything, Kurgan's in this movie.
Yes. Is
He's
Kurgan a
great.
spoiler?
I don't
It's
know.
not a pop for anyone else.
Why?
Only Kurgan in film mark. And probably if he came back in like a Royal Rumble, you'd be the only mark.
Oh my god, I would pop so goddamn hard if he came back. I would lose my shit. WWE, if you're watching, bring back Kurgan.
They're probably watching, because they're probably getting more ideas for their goddamn storylines for me, because they're always taking my ideas.
If you bring back Kurgan, all is forgiven.
Does he even want to come back? What is his relationship with WWE? No one has heard anything about the oddities for 20 goddamn years.
Exactly. They're like, Kurgan, lace up your Cartman shirt. You're going back. I think the Cartman guy was John Tenta, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurgan, we broke up the New Day. They need a third member. It's you. No more Big E. Did you?
You're the new Big E.
You heard about that, right? That they're broke
Yeah.
up. Did you also hear what happened tonight? So if you remember, Kofi and Xavier got drafted to Raw, and then today it was announced that Street Profits were drafted to SmackDown. So the New Day showed up,
I
and
did.
they traded their belts.
They traded?
They literally went here, and they ended both reigns and started new reigns. So it's like they relinquished the titles to each other. So the Street Profits, who had the longest Raw Tag Team Championship reign since the New Day's longest reign, just ended because they relinquished to get a new title. Which
And they
I
gave
was
it to the
hoping-
New Day.
And they gave it to the... Well, not the New Day. They're not billed. I looked in the record books. They're billed as Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They're not
They're
the New Day. I know, but I guess...
We're going to call them that
yeah.
forever and ever.
Well, they are still the New Day, but Big E
Yes.
isn't. Did you see why they broke them up? Because Big E can't get a push in New Day, they believe. They're like, we
Yeah,
want
it's
to
so
push him.
stupid. Kofi did?
Yeah, that's because they said they would quit if they got broken up.
Anyway, I hate WWE. Anyway, I book better. Anyway.
I book better. But they steal my ideas.
Anyways, this is a sequel
Anyways,
that
isn't a
I've
word.
wanted to see ever since it came out.
Apparently it's very good.
Because I'm a huge fan of the first one, and finally got this, and I loved it.
Iman just
Not as
watched
good
it.
as the first, because the
Iman
first
just
is
watched
a
it.
5-star movie.
Yeah.
I'd give this one 4. It's great.
Iman just watched it, says pretty good.
It's Clyde with a Chance Meatballs 2! I really liked it. Will Forte is in this as a voice.
Oh.
Andy Samberg's character
Can you
gets more of a
tell?
role. Yes. Andy Samberg's character gets more of a role in this one. It's all just Bill
Nick
Hader
Swardston's
friends.
the baby, right?
What baby?
The big sardine baby from the first one? That's Nick Swardston, isn't it?
No, that's Andy Samberg.
That's Andy Samberg?
Yeah.
Oh.
His character gets more of a role in this one. Yeah, it's all just Bill
Did
Hader's
Will
friends.
Forte do better in this than he did in Scoob?
Yes. He's not bad in Scoob. He doesn't sound like Shaggy. He didn't do anything with his voice. You know?
Yeah.
It's like if I voiced Shaggy and just sounded like this, you'd be like, well, that's not a good Shaggy. Even though your performance was maybe okay. But then if I was like, Ro, you'd be like, you nailed Scooby. I saw the movie and I went, is that my brother or is that a Scooby-Doo? I didn't know.
He told me he was in it. He told me, I'm Scooby-Doo.
I was like,
I walked in with that
why is
song.
he doing Ro in this cop movie? It doesn't make any sense. Is he Scooby-Doo? Is he a cop?
Remind me, I don't want to say it on camera because I don't want anyone to take it. I came with, I think, a really good movie idea today.
Okay.
Like a good drama. I'm picturing Mark Ruffalo.
Well, Nathan told me, I saw him at a gas station. He told me he's already on chapter 3 of his novel. Did he tell you about the
Nathan's
novel?
writing a novel?
Okay, he didn't tell you about this?
No.
So, Hot Nights is now a novel
What?
that he's writing. Yeah.
I've been writing Hot Nights. He's
writing Dennis Knight's Hot Night. Is it Dennis
White?
Dennis White's Hot Nights is a
can't
novel.
write
He's
Hot
like
Nights without
chapters
us.
in already.
He can't write Hot Nights without us.
He told me about it. He's like, he Snapchatted me and went, I'm working on Hot Nights as a novel. Is this okay? I went, sure.
No, it's not okay.
And then he messaged me the next day and was like, hey, I'm already pretty far into this. Is it okay if I tell you about the plot sometime? Not now. And I went, yeah, okay. And he went, cool. Then I saw him at the gas station. He went, hey, by the way, I'm already 3 chapters in.
Is he writing it backwards?
I don't know.
This is unacceptable. I was writing a script for Hot Nights. Hey, next up, it's embossed from the director of Nightmare Before Christmas, not
No,
Tim
Terry
Burton.
Selick.
Yeah. I just saw
Or Henry Selick.
There's a thing on Twitter the other day where people were like, "Oh, Tim Burton, blah blah blah."
Yeah, it's
Everyone's
because
like, no, he's not
Tim
the
Burton's
director.
The Nightmare Before
Yeah,
Christmas.
he's not the
It's so
director.
confusing.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's based
Is
on
it Harry Selick?
Henry Selick.
Ah, okay.
Coraline. It's embossed. I just heard a funny story about Coraline.
I got this one from Half Price. Check what's inside.
I assumed a 3D pair of 4 pairs of 3D glasses. Oh my god, it's 4 pairs of 3D.
The red and blue 3D, which are stupid.
If you, I heard this story years ago, then I just reread it last week. So I don't know if you know about this, but do you know how Coraline the book by Neil Gaiman, one of my least favorite authors?
You don't like Neil Gaiman?
No, we had to read one book of his in school.
I read one. It was really good.
I hated it. Which one did you read? You probably read like American Gods or something.
I do not remember
because the one I read was like released after you graduated, I think.
The one I read, I would have to look it up. Okay.
It's probably like American Gods or something. We had to read The Ocean at the End of the Lane, and it was... I told my teacher, I was like, I'm done with this book. I was like, you guys can finish without me. So we were like, read it aloud, but there was just so much cheating involved. I was like, I'm done. Anyways, you left, so I guess I'll just tell you this story. But do you know how Coraline got published? Neil Gaiman wrote the book, gave it to his publisher, and she said... No, we are not releasing this as a kid's book. It is terrifying. And he went, you know what? It's not terrifying. Go home. You have a young daughter. Read it to your daughter. Okay? And you read it to your daughter. And if she thinks it's terrifying, I'll redo it. If she doesn't think it's terrifying, it's published. So he said, deal. She brought it home, read the entire book to her daughter. Her daughter said it was fine. Her daughter was like 7. Daughter said it was fine. Moved on. Book got published. Then, kids read it and was like, hey, this is terrifying. Like 12 or 20 years later, I don't know how old the book is. I think he said 20 years later, he met the girl because he had kept in contact with his publisher, obviously. But he met the girl at like a convention or something, and he was like, "Hey, did you know that you saying that it wasn't scary is what got it made?" And she went, "Oh, I found it terrifying. It was one of the worst things I ever had to be a part of, but I was too afraid to tell my mom because I wanted to know what happened next." So every night that this publisher wrote or read the book to her daughter, she was absolutely petrified and did not like the book, but she had to know what happened next.
I read The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. It was pretty good. I don't remember finishing it, but I read the first 200 pages for sure, I think. Let me see how many pages this is. Yeah, it's 300.
Oh.
Yeah, they do. On Wikipedia.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because
I read it for a book report, and then I faked it. Alright, next up.
I remember I did Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief as a book report, got home, went, hey, do we own this? And he went, no, but I can torrent it. We torrented it, we sat there, watched it, I wrote down my book report and took it to school the next day. Never read the book.
The movie changes a lot.
Yeah, I got a good grade on it.
Anyway, from Severin Films, this is Cruel Jaws, which was marketed in some territories as Jaws 5. Didn't know that.
Oh,
and
it
has nothing to do with the Jaws franchise.
It's just...
No, so yeah, it's a sharksploitation film.
Is it Jaws 5, but the S is a 5?
No.
Why don't more movies do that? Why do you...
Because it's stupid. So the director of this, his name is Bruno Mattei, but here he uses a pseudonym of William Snyder, which it even... See, it's got the Snyder cut on this. It's got 2 cuts of the movie.
Snyder, not Schneider?
No, Snyder.
Because William
Snyder.
William Schneider is Creed Bratton's real name.
Yeah. And so this borrows characters, plot, and literal footage from other people's shark movies. Like he steals some footage from other movies and just puts them in his movie. And then this also stars a literal Hulk Hogan lookalike.
Really?
Yeah. Like straight up, he has the balding head, the like horseshoe yellow
He's
hair.
credited as that?
He's credited as his real name.
But I mean, like, they hired him because he's...
Yeah, he was a Hulk Hogan lookalike.
Okay.
Yeah. And they just got him and to do this movie. It was great. Absolutely great. I loved this movie.
Next up, it's Dinner for Schmucks with Steve Carell and Paul Rudd, directed by Jay Roach of Barry fame.
Upgrade.
You know, Barry fame, that one episode he's in.
Jay Roach?
Yeah. Season 2, he gets the audition for a Jay Roach film.
Oh, okay.
You don't remember that? Jay Roach is in Barry.
Oh, okay.
Spoiler alert. Actually, that's a pretty big spoiler. You might want to cut that.
Pat Roach is the guy, he's a Randy Bobandy.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, why does his name sound familiar? No, so that's Pat Roach.
You don't know Jay Roach? You not know who Jay Roach is?
No, I guess not.
He directed Meet the Parents.
Oh, okay.
He's directed you don't know who Jay Roach is?
It's not by name.
Well, he's not a good looking guy. I'll say that right off the bat. When he showed up in Barry, I was like, ugh. Austin Powers.
Fine.
He directed all of Austin Powers, Meet the Parents, Meet the Fuckers, Dinner for Schmucks, The Campaign, Trumbo, and Bombshell.
Oh, okay. He's directed some stuff.
Recount, Game Change, All the Way. Yeah, he's some stuff. He's a very famous director. Look at all that he produced. 51
That's
States.
fine. I just don't know his name.
I don't want to go too much into this because I actually just gave a review of this a couple of videos ago.
Yeah,
Because I just rewatched this, so go find a different video about it.
Next up, the first that I got from Kino Lorber, starring Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
This one, I just finished this like 10 minutes before he walked in, and I switched over to Seinfeld. This is The Hard Way, and it's also got James Woods, but we're not going to talk about him because he's an asshole in real life. Yeah. And, yeah, fuck that guy. This was a really good movie. I liked it a lot. Michael J. Fox plays an actor who's trying to research a cop role. So he goes to James Woods, who's a real cop, and joins him as his partner to tag along for a while. It was fun. It was really good.
Ride along.
Yes, it was kind of like Ride Along.
Is it better?
Yes. I haven't seen Ride Along in a long time, but
they made 2, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen the second one.
Isn't like the end? I guess spoiler alert. Even though I didn't
think
see
Kevin
it.
Hart marries Ice Cube's
But
sister.
no,
They start dating.
Isn't Ice Cube secretly like a bad cop?
No.
Isn't?
I think he's undercover.
Oh, okay. Hey, it's the complete second season of Modern Family, which I believe we have season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know where's season 1.
Right, literally, you're pointing to it.
No, I'm not. Oh, there it is. It has a slip. I was looking for...
Oh.
Okay. I was like, no, it's not there. The funniest... TV's funniest show
I was
is back.
just about to say that.
Who doesn't think so? Grandpa.
Yeah, he didn't
Which
like
as
it.
of right now is his birthday.
Oh, wow. You can take this because I want the next one.
Okay. I don't really like this movie, though.
I don't care.
It's Jack Black, Nacho Libre, directed by that Jared Hess.
When you pulled his name out of a hat the other day, yeah, I was like, oh my god, how does he know Jared has my name?
Yeah, and then I forgot it for this. I'm not a big fan of this movie. I just tried watching it recently.
I think I've seen...
I know the...
I think I've seen all of Jared Hess's movies, and I think I like them all.
I know,
I'm gonna look them up.
I remember this movie I recently watched. I think it was Jack Black breaking down his roles, and he was talking about this one specifically about how he still gets called out for it, and plus like just the cinematography of it, he thinks is great.
Oh, it is really good. It's so Jared Hess.
Yeah, it's just not my humor, which I mean Jared Hess isn't. I don't like Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, so he directed Palooka, which I have seen. That's the short film with John Heder. He directed Napoleon Dynamite, which I've seen. Nacho Libre, which I've seen. Gentlemen Broncos. Sorry, I have not seen that one yet. Don Verdeen, I've seen. I've seen Masterminds. I've seen The Last Man on Earth. Making History. I don't know that show. Son of Zorn. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh,
and then Shanghai Nights. There's going to be a third Shanghai movie.
Shanghai Nights? Oh, they're making a third?
Yeah, and
Shanghai
it's called
Dawn.
Shanghai Dawn, and it's being directed by Jared Hess.
Oh.
That'll be fun. I gotta watch those movies.
I gotta watch Predator. Mark gave me crap.
And his Jerusha Hess directed Austin Land, based on the book by author Stephanie Meyer.
Oh, she wrote a book with Don DeLong.
Yeah. Didn't she also write?
Twilight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark was giving me crap. I sent him my Predator picture, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, I might change my profile picture," and he was like, "Oh, that's a good picture for like this year. You know, being hunted by predators like COVID or something. And I was like, yeah, I think it's a neat picture. I just haven't seen the movies. And he literally said, with everything you own and everything you've seen, you haven't seen Predator? I went, haven't gotten around to it.
It's very good. Next up, the second of the Kino Lorber Michael J. Fox movies.
You have to watch all the aliens too, because then when you get to that point, you have to.
There's no crossover. Well, I mean, there's two crossovers, but there's none. The second Kino Lorber Michael J. Fox movie that we got. It's The Secret of My Success, and this is an upgrade we had on DVD of My Success. This is a good movie too. I watched this one today. I saw this when I was really young with Mom and Dad once. And the only thing I remembered about it was that Michael J. Fox tried to fuck his aunt. And then I watched it, and he does fuck his aunt in this movie. Oh. So, that's fun.
I was thinking back of a script I wrote back when I was 12, and there was totally incest involved. It was a script I wrote for a Minecraft show, and a married couple that had kids, and then it revealed that they were actually siblings. So I was like, oh, that's really weird. I thought we covered this already. Maybe it's just we've talked about it so much behind the camera. It's Taylor Lautner's Tracers. It's the one where he slides down a roller coaster. Do you remember that trailer from 2014? No, it's a roller coaster.
It's not a roller coaster.
Okay. I want it to be.
Maybe it is a roller coaster.
I think it's a roller coaster. There's a roller coaster involved. I remember the trailer.
Told me that that's his favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
And I finally saw it.
What does that have on Rotten Tomatoes?
It's fine. Like a 51, 49 maybe. It was fine. It's not as good as the Bricks movie, Brick Mansions, which is it's similar. Oh, no, just similar in tone because it's parkour.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it was fine.
You said 49 to 50?
I said 51 or 49.
Okay, it has a 24 Tomato Meter score and a 37 audience score.
Oh, well, I'd give it a little higher. It was fine. Oh, the ending, though, I will say, had a lot of build-up for an ending that made me go, that was it? That was the ending? Didn't even wrap up very well. It was so boring. But, yeah.
Waiter, I'll have one more root beer, please. Man. You know that's wrong?
Yeah. Oh, hello.
Yeah, that's the part where he's like, I like when plays end just a sentence.
Jeez, I almost dropped it again. This is a slippery one. So we had this, the first one on DVD, but it only ever came out in a clip case, so this is a big re-release, and I don't know what this ever had. It's a double feature. I don't normally get these, but we got multiple in this one. Jesus Christ, it's so slippery. Feel this. It's from Mill Creek, and it's Big Bully and Wrongfully Accused. This one's got Tom Arnold and Rick Moranis. And this one's got Leslie Nielsen, who's just the best. He's so funny. And Wrongfully Accused was directed by Pat Proft, if you recognize that name. And
Jared has
this one's directed by Steve Miner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tim Story's uncle.
This is notable for being Rick Moranis' last theatrical live-action film before his hiatus, and his second-to-last live-action role before his hiatus, second to only Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves, which was his last live-action film. But that was a direct-to-video. So.
What do you think about my Mike Myers meme I sent you?
It was okay. I liked the slasher part. Yeah. Movie slash actor.
Can I take the next two?
Sure.
Cool. I just buckled my knee really bad. Hey, next up is a great triple feature.
Yeah, it's the Kevin Smith feature.
It's got Chase and Amy, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, and the 15th anniversary edition of Clerks. I think we own all those technically.
We had Chase and Amy is the only we had on Blu-ray.
Oh.
And it's cool because
Jay and Silent Bob.
Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks, both of them were out of print on Blu-ray.
Oh.
So that's why this was the only reason I got this was because those are out of print. Oh, okay. I really wish this was Clerks, Clerks 2, and Jay and Silent Bob, a way better trilogy than this one. But
it's out of order too.
I know. That's why it should be Clerks, Clerks 2, and Jay and Silent Bob. Because even if it was out of order, it still makes sense.
Yeah. And next up is another double feature, quite possibly of one of my favorite actors of all time.
I will say this is not as good as we remember it.
Oh, I remember it. It's good.
It's not.
Two of also some of my favorite movies from this actor. It's Extract and The Switch. We've been talking a lot about Extract recently, and I quote The Switch a lot.
It's because we talked about Butter.
Yeah. I talked about The Switch a lot as well.
Which one do you think is better of these two? Which one do you remember being better?
Switch. Want to know why? Because
Yeah.
I do not remember how Extract ends. I've seen the opening of Extract. I start Extract all the time, then fall asleep. I can tell you, vivid. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
You know how it opens?
tonight.
You know how it opens?
Yes.
Mila Kunis walks into a guitar shop,
Yeah.
steals a guitar.
Yes.
That's how it opens. Then it cuts instantly to Jason Bateman in the factory. He walked down some stairs and he talks to
J.K.
some of his
Simmons,
workers.
T.J. Miller's in
No,
a grindcore
is it
band.
J.K. Simmons? I was going to say Jeffrey Tambor. Then he has to go to J.K. Simmons' office, and then J.K.'s like, hey.
That's his office.
Oh, it's his office.
Yeah.
J.K.'s waiting for him?
Yep.
It's over the window. You
Yep.
can see, yeah. And then, like, they go and have a meeting, and J.K. Simmons is like, ugh.
Romeo from Boondock Saints 2 is in
Is
it.
that it? Clifton Collins Jr.?
Yeah. He
Yeah.
gets his nuts shut off.
Oh, don't spoil it. I don't remember it.
Ben Affleck gives an amazing performance in this movie.
Yeah, because all of a sudden you're a Ben Affleck fan.
Yeah, I've turned around on him. He's a great actor.
Switch is good, though.
It's not as good as we remember.
Is it better than Change Up?
Yes.
Still?
It's better than the change up. It's just not as good as remember it. I do
Remember.
really like
The
the
only
part though.
thing-
You'll remember this joke. It's when they're in the zoo part, and he's like, the kid's like, "Hey, do you ever think that you have bone marrow disease?" And Jason Bateman's like, "Well, no, not that specifically, but I remember when I had hypochondria." And the kid's like, "What's that?" And Jason Bateman goes, "It's when you think you have diseases that you don't really have." And the kid goes, "Oh, I think I have that." It's like, that's a very funny
The
joke.
only thing that shocked me, I love the kid, Sebastian.
Yeah.
But the only thing that shocked me is you were just watching it. I remember him being older.
He's
He is
so
a-
young.
He's
like
kid.
6.
Yeah, I thought he was
Yeah.
like at least 8.
Yeah.
He's a child.
The whole movie, it always looks like he has like crumbs around his mouth. I don't know
Also,
what it is.
you didn't know who I was talking about. I want to pull up, because the kid, if you've seen The Switch, look it up. He looks just like Mike Yagubian.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, you don't.
Like a Googie, but
Mikey Gubian is the kid from Meet the Robinsons. It's this kid, and then he turns out to be,
okay.
spoiler alert for a movie that's like 15 years old, he turns out to be the bowler hat guy,
Yeah.
the bad guy. It's him as an adult. But Mikey Gubian, I just watched Meet the Robinsons. Very good movie.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Griffin always really liked it.
But yeah, it's Goob. And then, like, here's him as an adult, which they change his chin, which I do hate, but it's to throw you off. But the kid looks and acts like Mikey Gubian. This part's really funny. It's a 7-second clip.
Hey, Goop, what's up? Cool binder. Hey, Goop, wanna come over to my house today?
They all hated me. Eventually,
Hey, Goob.
You wanna come hang out? They all hated me.
Oh, that's funny.
It's a good movie.
Well, we got 2 digital codes.
Oh.
This is a shorter video.
Well, they have 5 digital codes. We're
Yeah,
giving them
but-
out.
Oh, there's only 2 that.
Entries.
Yeah. So you can win the digital codes for all 3 of these, the Kevin Smith features, or you can win Extract and the Switch. Also,
So you're
side
getting
note.
good movies.
Side note.
The winner gets
Yeah,
good movies. Those are all good movies.
I would say the Switch is the worst one. And that's,
Oh, Extract was better, he said?
oh yeah, Extract's a
I
legit
gotta-
good movie.
I gotta finish
It's
it.
very, very good. And then side note, does anyone have Movie Spree? If you have Movie Spree, I got 2 codes for you. You can have them for free. You don't have to enter. Just the first person that has Movie Spree will get them. Because I was going to give them as an entry. They are not labeled. I do not know which is which.
You know what movies they are?
No, they are not labeled. So if
What'd
you
they
have
come in?
Movie Spree, the 2 Mill Creek ones.
So why didn't you keep them aside?
I didn't know. I thought they had the names on them. So you get 2. Oh wait, well, it's not even in this update.
Oh. Well, this is this.
Huh.
63495, 63495. So that's 93.
63493. Okay.
So this is this.
Okay.
So you at least kind of know what it is.
All right. Well, you can enter for this then. That's all.
That's it. Like this video, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It really helps the channel. I forgot to say this is the outro. This is probably the outro. It really helps the channel out a lot. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos and the notification bell so you get us all the time. It's free and you can always change your mind. I just slittered through that like crazy.
As always, I've been your gracious host, Baticus.
Are you
third.
sticking with the group chat
Yeah.
then? Is it,
Baticus the
what's
first.
his middle name?
Who?
Ross.
Ivan.
Ivan. I thought it was like Jonah,
No.
so I was like, it's a J, not an A.
It makes more sense if that was Zen's middle name. This is Indigo.
He should hang out with Peter.
It's a good joke.
Yeah. I've been like talking about...
Hey, as always,
Oh,
I'm Bat Tracy.
you
You can follow me on Twitter, which I'm most prevalent on, Stardust, and Instagram at Bat Tracy.
I've been Luxdal. You can follow me on Instagram at StreetEasyJerk and on Twitter at IdioDal. Check out my Stardust and Twitch at Luxdal.
You can follow the channel as a collective on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Punk Rock Blues. I need to get the Twitter password. I'm going to be more active on our Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So I can like tweet like, hey, this is what's happening in this video this week, or we're doing the giveaway this week.
Do you know
whatever,
the password
you know?
of the email?
Yes.
There's our
is it
Don't say it.
the moon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can pledge to our Patreon at patreon.com/punkrockblues. There's a bunch of tiers over there. Check us at $1 or $3 or $33 if you want.
Speaking of passwords, there's a very funny part in Wrongfully Accused. It's at this part.
It seemed like the whole thing was a very funny part.
It's
I
so
heard
funny.
you dying laughing,
so
or
funny.
I was getting Snapchats of it.
It's so funny. It's because it's a parody and
of what?
just spy
Mission
movies
Impossible?
basically, stuff like that. Yeah, and it's mainly The Fugitive is what it takes
okay.
the most like parody from. Because
Oh,
he
so
also
that-
did Spy Hard, which is like a spy parody.
That makes sense because Wrongfully Accused. That's what the
Yeah.
Fugitive is about.
And he's literally the
Like,
Fugitive.
that's the
The
Mission
Fugitive is the
Impossible
one-armed man, or whatever it is. Is it the one-armed man? In The
I don't
Fugitive?
know. It's just the
The guy
they
who
switch the
kills
samples.
the guy who kills his wife in The Fugitive is the one-armed man, I think. Well, in this, he goes up against the one-armed, one-legged, one-eyed criminal. But there's a part where he has to hack a computer, and this is like a 90s computer. And so it's asking him the login and password, and in the login part, he just types in login, and then in the password, he types in password, and it opens immediately. He's like, yes.
It's like in The Office, and he's like trying big boobs
Yeah.
with a Z.
What was popular at the time? Try Big Boost with a Z. Try Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Just trying to think of things that are popular.
Okay, good. 0, 0, 0, 0, 1. That didn't work. Okay, 0, 0, 0.
We're not trying every number. Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Ross, if you're watching, you're working on your wedding speech, your best man speech, do that. Just recite numbers.
Still, say speech in binary.
0. No, he's just listing all the numbers until someone cuts him off. So he's just like 0, 0, 0,
That
0,
wedding
0,
coming up?
1. Well, he's going to get an awkward fitting suit.
I thought about that recently. The whole Taylor experience.
Ross, you need to have really big floppy arms and legs, so you look like a child in a big man suit.
There's some.
Well, he did his own measurements.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know how much of his life he wants on camera, but
There's some
he
movie
did his own
or
measurements.
TV show that I've watched. I've seen it a couple times where he is like, it's in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's when
It's from The
Boyle.
Hangover.
It's when Boyle, not that part. It's when Boyle is getting his tux fitted for his wedding, and he's like, okay, I'm doing the balls now, and he's like, okay, and then Jake and Boyle are trying to have a talk, and then he's like, okay, and the testicles, and he's like, dude, you gotta stop bringing up the testicles, and the Taylor goes, the testicles is a very important part. Okay, bye.
Remember the president that needed bigger pants for his balls?
Yeah, LBJ.